So, here we are, part 6. I'm glad you made it this far. The first thing we're gonna see is this featherworm that just need a little push. And yeah, it comes back out after around 30 seconds or something. I just did some movie magic and I just thought it was really cool and I wanted to film it. Apparently they can regrow any limbs they have, so that's pretty cool, I guess. And then what the heck is this thing, you might ask? Well, it's actually a sea cucumber, but it's buried in the sand. And I actually thought it was quite fascinating to watch it filter feed. You can see the arm. The arm there comes out. And then what's the next thing that's going to happen? Oh, another arm goes in. And it, whatever, cleans the food off of that arm. So I thought that was really cool. I could just watch that for days. Well, actually I couldn't because like a tank only usually lasts about an hour or something. But this one here managed actually to catch a ride with me while I was going a bit too close to the bottom. And here's another one. It's just sitting on this piece of sponge, I think it is. These ones are also sitting on sponge, but there are so many sea cucumbers here. It's absolutely incredible. And this one was huge. Well, I mean, it is called a giant sea cucumber, so what can you expect other than it being really huge? And that hole, well, it's actually not the front of the sea cucumber, it's the back end, so you imagine what that is. Now this one was one of the prettiest sea cucumbers I've ever seen. It was covered by leaves, so I just wafted them away. You can see some are still floating around. But it was so pretty and silvery. This one, I don't know, it was huge and honestly kind of creepy. And then this guy, I saw him eating. Just eating this, I don't know what it is. But it's probably coral or sponge or something. But feathermouth, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now this guy, I don't know what's going on here, honestly. I have no idea what's going on. Just sea cucumbers and grass, and it's sticky and it's everywhere. Now this guy, the footage is not moving because it's gonna happen really quickly. So just keep an eye on the mouth of this sea cucumber because you will see something that is a little bit interesting that you don't honestly get to see a lot. So here we go. See all this stuff coming out? You see how the water is kind of like blurry? Well, there's only one thing it can be, and it's gametes. It's gametes. It's basically sperm, or it's eggs, one or the other, I have no idea. And then you can see all the gametes, well, these are not the gametes from the sea cucumber, but all this cloudy stuff in the water, yeah, that's not something. That's literally gametes from all the coral. It cannot be anything else. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's gotta be from the corals. So that I thought was really, really, really cool. And that's basically how this coral came to be on this rope. This is an abandoned fish farm, I think it was. And gametes and eggs, they just float and they meet and then they somehow end up here. They just attach to whatever is floating around, and that's how you get corals on a piece of rope. Now this is another way of passing genes around. This was the coolest thing, honestly, heart to heart, that I've ever seen in Indonesia. This shit does not just happen on a dive, on a regular dive. This was insane. So what this is called is penis fencing. Basically, they're trying to inject each other with sperm. And that is because they don't want to have babies, because it takes up so much energy. And I mean, every woman would know this, obviously, but so they just try to like inject the other partner with sperm, and then whoever is the unlucky one gets to carry the kids. But none of my dive buddies, unfortunately, they wanted to watch it, so I had to move on. This guy was pretty cool to look at. You can even see there's a sea cucumber in the background. But this little flatworm, he was just like everywhere. It was really fun to watch. And then he found solid ground. Wow, this one was... I only saw this guy once on a night dive. And there's all the footage I have of it, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, is it not cool or what? This guy's just crawling around. I wish I had seen it at daytime, but unfortunately, we can't have it all. Oh, I saw this one on a really deep dive, like 25, 30 meters or something like that. And it looks exactly like the sky. Well, unless you have light pollution, then it doesn't look like the sky, because that would just be black. And then I saw this guy, who was just starting to swim. A flatworm swimming. Look at how it's using its what are they called? Flappers, wings, as augers. Basically a screw, right? It's a screw, but like with big threads on them, so like an auger. Is that not the wildest thing you've seen? I mean, it makes perfect sense, but that is crazy. Crazy. And what the heck is this thing? Night dive, sea snail. I mean, I guess it was cool. It was blue. I don't even know if it's a sea snail. Oh wait, I even found the scientific name. Oh, so it must be a sea snail. So this guy is a sea slug. So not the same thing as a sea snail. Like, beats me. Bloody scientist naming everything unconventionally. But this guy was red, which was really cool. It's got light parts on it. I mean, what is that called? Fluorescent? It's not fluorescent because, I mean, the flashlight's on it. So. And a Nudibranch. A Spanish dancer. I mean, we had barely even gotten into the water, and I saw this thing just dancing around just immediately. And everyone was like, what the heck is this guy doing? He's just filming nothing. But no, I wasn't. Trust me, it's worth it. I'll show you guys later. But, oh my god. It was cool. It was cool. And then these guys are the most common nudibranchs you will ever find in Indonesia. I have seen, I'm not even joking, like millions of these. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a bit, but there's so many. There's so many. And sure, they got different variations in like the tone of the color, whether either black or brown or white or whatever, but it's always the same, like the dots and the circles. And they always have one following the other. Literally always. So, there's not really anything you can do. When you see them the first time, you're like, wow, that's so cool. Why are they doing that? I have no idea. It must be something specific. But then you see them all the time doing that. What is this guy? Agoniobrachus cuniae. Yep, exactly. Oh, that funeral nudibranch. You can see why. All black and white. And then this guy... Oh yeah, that's right. This guy I saw was crossing a gap between two pieces of rock. So, oh, I sped the footage up. Yeah, so you can see that. And that's what it did. It just crawled straight across the rock. This one I only saw once, and it was really deep, like 30, 25 meters again. And this one I also saw at that same kind of depth, but there was a little current, and it just like, it looked like it was kind of jumping, but it was not jumping, it was just water. What is this guy? It's not called it. So many nudibranchs, they don't even have a common name. There's so many of them. Is that even a living thing? It's not moving, it's just sitting there. How do these things even exist? What do they eat? I don't know. I could have found out. And then we got a blue dragon, even though they are purple, but I mean, maybe it's just my eyes. This guy was also crossing a gap. And look how long it is. Just look how long it is. It is so long. This is one of the biggest nudibranchs I've ever seen. I'm not joking, it is the size of my hand. It is so big, and every one else of those nudibranchs was like the size of my palm, so a third the size. And speaking of size, this one is tiny! Absolutely tiny. Oh, and they lay eggs as well. And that's what they look like. Just in small pretty flowers like that. So, that's the whole video. So I will leave it here, and next time we're gonna talk about clusters of small fish. So be sure to check that out.